Okay, so spring has sprung and gardening is in full effect. So I, am new to this whole gardening thing. I'm learning.
I think this is so great.
I'm learning on the show. So when Joe and I lived in San Antonio, we had a big yard, and the one thing that I really did get into was pruning. I didn't know that's what it was called at the time. I just
like to
bought
cut
these things.
chopping stuff.
And I was like, I am Edward Scissorhands. Like, I was just out there, and I killed a bunch of our plants, actually.
You can't prove that.
No,
you can't
they died. So.
But you can't prove that the pruning really killed them. I don't think.
Okay, then it was coincidental that all of them died.
So I was trying to let her off the hook.
So, anywho, I went to Dees' 7 Dees to find out the correct way to do it. They showed me some pruning tips and also the correct tools to be using.
And you need to know the collar, right? The collar.
And that too. Hey guys, we're out here at Dees' 7 Dees in Lake Oswego, and we are talking about pruning, something I've actually done. Joining me right now, David Snodgrass, and you were saying that picking the right tool is very important.
Yes, this would be a loppers, and this is when you have a big branch, it gives you some leverage. The next would be the ones you have there, and this is for shearing, and most of the time you wouldn't use the shears unless you were doing a hedge or something that you really didn't care about the natural form, that you were just going to reshape it. The best tool of all, the Felco. You'd be surprised how much leverage this gives you and how long this will last. So the first one, this is a rhododendron. It's a dwarf rhododendron. So I would just do some reshaping. And if you look here, all of these buds here are ready to trigger. By me cutting this off, it's going to trigger those buds and it's going to fill out with new growth. What I'm trying to do here is to maintain the natural shape of the plant, and you should always try to do that.
Okay, moving on to the rose bush. We do live in the Rose City.
What we want to do is to bring it down to about 12 to 18 inches right now. And roses like to have a lot of air in the middle of them, and so we want to first of all take off anything that would be dead. We want to open up this inside, and we want to end up with maybe 3, 4, or 5 outside new stems. So that rose right now is ready to grow for the season.
Okay, a lot of women like to be called leggy, but this plant too leggy. We need to do some major work here.
Yeah, this is a big leaf rhododendron. The most important thing is to do it at the right time of the year. That's right now, before it's blooming. First thing I would do, take out anything that is dead from the inside. Then we can see what is living that we can work with. And I usually try to pick where some foliage is and make that my topping point, and then try to balance it from there. Now the buds that are left, these are not bloom buds because they're very skinny, and so if I were to just pinch that like that, that's all that it's going to take. Then it's going to trigger these eyes here. Wait and see that grow out of it, and it's going to be a nice rounded plant come late spring. So grasses are real popular in the Northwest, and this is one of those. And what's happened is the old growth has got winter damage. It's about to grow new growth through that, so we want to clean it up.
Just like chop away.
You can't go wrong. Now it's ready just to grow the new growth out and ready to go for the season. This is a sword fern, and if you can see inside here, all this new growth, the little fiddleheads, they're ready to pop out. So your best time to do that is before they get tall enough to interfere. It'll make it really hard. So this is just a low maintenance way to take care of your ferns as well as a lot of perennials before the new growth comes right back.
Easy, okay. And then last but not least, we have what looks like a tree.
Yeah, this is a Japanese maple.
Okay.
First thing I would do then is to go ahead and cut back on these lower branches. Then I'm just going to go in here and I'm just going to selectively prune out some of the middle branches. Pay attention to the natural shape of the tree. When you would want to prune a tree like this when it's dormant.
Looking good. Well, David, thanks so much for showing us all these tips and letting me actually play with the head shears here. That was fun.
You know, you did great.
Like that slow-mo shot.
Yeah, it's like, you know, the movie 10 on the beach.
Right, yeah, laughing at how great I did. Hey, they are great out there at Dees' 7 Dees, and you can visit 5 of their garden centers. They're all over our area, from Lake Oswego to Seaside to Gearhart, and they also have landscaping and maintenance services available. For more information, go to dennis70s.com or call them 503-777-7777. Easy enough.
7.
Yes.
That's press number 7.
And hey, we're going to be at a fun gardening event
This weekend. We're going to be at the Garden Palooza. Woohoo! 2011, and it's Saturday, April 2nd from 8 to 4. We're going to be out there. Jenny and I will be out there about noon, and there's like 45 vendors, and you get all excited about gardening, and you get really good deals, and it's at Fir Point Farms out on Arndt Road. And last year I bought a lot of stuff, and if you want to come out and talk gardening, please do. We'll be there.
Oh, I can even share some tips. Well,
on
maybe
pruning.
listen to Ann. Yes.